Good afternoon, students. In our this class, we are discussing the terms and concepts, and I'm going to take the term essay. We all are familiar with the term essay, that is nibandh or lekh to say in Hindi. So it is a piece of writing in which ideas of the writer are expressed, and it gives us some information about the subject. It introduces new topic, new subjects. It describes the ideas of the writer about a serious, factual, and practical or theoretical subject. What does the term mean? We will take it in detail. First of all, the origin of the term. The term essay, it is derived from Old French word essay, which means to make effort, to try. The Oxford Dictionary defines it as a short piece of writing on a particular subject. So, essay is a short writing about a particular topic or particular subject. The French writer Michel de Montaigne, his essays published in 1580, is the first example of this form. So, Montaigne is the introducer of essays, the modern form of essays in literature. Before it, the classical champions like Plutarch, Cicero, Seneca, they have also written the essay style pieces. But the modern form, which we say essay, it was introduced by Montaigne. Francis Bacon, in the 16th century, inaugurated the English use of the term in his own essays. Bacon is called the father of English essays. Most of them, means the most of the essays written by Bacon, are short discussions on certain topics, practical topics. For example, of truth, of adversity, of marriage and single life, and so on. The essay discusses the subject in an informal way. Now we are discussing the structure of essay. The essay discusses the subject in an informal way and often with the use of literary elements like stories, interesting case in points, use of irony, wit, and so on. The essay can be written in formal and informal style. The formal and informal styles are also called the impersonal or the personal style. The formal style is impersonal and the informal style is personal. Personal means where the use of I or the importance is given to the personal liking or choice. In impersonal or formal style, the essay is objective. There is no scope of what the writer thinks, though it may get importance in the expression, but he basically deals with the facts and actual phenomena about that topic or subject. The tone of a formal essay is impersonal. The author of such an essay is usually well aware of the subject matter and he illustrates it in an organized manner. It is addressed to an audience who already has prior knowledge about the subject or for readers who want an in depth understanding of it. While in an informal essay, the tone is very personal and intimate. Here, the author usually writes about everyday things rather than topics for which familiarity is expected. Generally, essays are personal. They describe the point of view, the understanding, or the expression of the writer itself. Abraham Cowley was one of the forerunners after Cornwallis of the English essays who followed the Montaigne tradition of personal and spontaneous informality. He wrote on subjects such as freedom, solitude, greed, the brevity of life, and the uncertainty of riches. These are the various topics touched upon by Abraham Cowley. And after Abraham Cowley, there comes Dryden. He consolidated the form of essay. His essays on dramatic poetry was in dialogue form. What we now understand as the modern form of essay was first propounded by Richard Steele and Joseph Addison. Steele and Addison, these two writers, They introduced the modern form of essay, which we called periodicals, the articles. They introduced this type of form in English essays, Addison and Steele. They wrote on subjects such as the tombs in the Westminster Abbey, ladies' headdress, the cries of London, and the reflections of childhood. These found places in their periodicals, Tatler and The Spectator. These are the two periodicals published by Steele and Addison. Then Daniel Defoe is famous for his journalistic writing. He also popularized the genre of essay. In the 19th century, William Hazlitt, Thomas De Quincey, Charles Lamb, and later in the century, Robert Louis Stevenson took the English essay to new heights. Lamb and Hazlitt, they are very famous essayists in English literature. American authors such as Emerson, Thoreau, and Mark Twain equally dabbled with it. They also practiced this form. Informal essays were brought back in the 20th century by Virginia Woolf, Orwell, and Foster, White, and Toni Morrison. So, to sum up, we can say that an essay is a form of writing that is generally arranged in paragraphs, uses informal language, but not too much informal. They are generally written in formal language, although it can be written formally. Essays may be written in first person point of view, where I, our, my, such expressions are used, but third person is preferable in most academic essays. They may be in first person, they may be in second person, even in second person if the essays are for persuade. Essays do not require research as most academic reports and papers do. They are not exhaustive of its subject. They are just one point of view, one side of the subject. When thinking of essays, we normally think of its size. Generally, it contains 4 or 5 paragraphs. The first paragraph is the introduction, then, after that, the body which covers the main ideas, the discussion. It contains 2 or 3 or 4 paragraphs, maybe, and the last is the conclusion. However, this is not a hard and fast structure of the essay, it may be more than 5 paragraphs. Essays are easier to express ideas and concepts. Even they are, in comparison to the books, we can say that essays are easier. Now, types of essays. There are generally 4 types of essays. First is expository. Expository essays are written to explore or explain the ideas, means they search for something. Something is described, elaborated in these essays. These will be more formal in style, usually written in third person to be more objective. There are many forms, each one having its own organizational pattern. For example, cause and effect essay, explain the reason essay, explaining the effect of something, definition essays which define an idea or concept, compare or contrast essays in which two terms or two things are described for the similarities and for the differences. So, this is the common form of essay which we find. Another type of essay may be persuasive essay. It is argumentative and it presents an idea or concept with the intention of attempting to change the reader's mind or action. They try to persuade the reader. They try to gain acceptance of their own ideas. These may be written in second person using you in order to speak to the reader. Direct address is needed for such type of expression, so persuasive essays are in you. This is called a persuasive essay where you is used. There will be a premise followed by evidence to show why you should believe in the claim by the essayist. Then the most common are narrative and descriptive essays. Narrative means to narrate a story. So, narrative essay will illustrate and describe an event of some kind. It is just like to telling a story. Most times they will be written in first person. The writer will be involved in that activity. He will use descriptive terms and may have paragraphs that tell a beginning, a middle, and an end of the incident. However, if there is a lesson to be learned, it may be used, it may be written in the end of the essay. Then descriptive. The descriptive essay is to describe an event, item, or place that is written through the memory of the writer. This essay may be written in any point of view. He may be active participant in the event or not, depending on what is being described. There is a lot of freedom of language in writing essays, and sometimes even the figurative language is also used in writing essays. So, narrative essay, descriptive essay, persuasive essay, expository essays, these are the common forms of essays that we come across in our ordinary life. In our next class, we will take the next literary terms. Till then, thank you.